Hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add ingredients by uploading an invoice. Let's head on over to the Ingredients tab. From the Ingredients page, you can see there are no ingredients yet. To add ingredients from a supplier invoice, I'll click Upload Invoice. Now we are on the Upload Invoice page. Here I can choose an invoice file and build editable ingredient rows to review before saving. Let's click Select Invoice File and choose my supplier invoice. This can be a PDF, scanned PDF, JPG, PNG, or WebP image. After the invoice is uploaded, the preview starts building. The file is being read, so I can review the ingredient rows before anything is saved. First, I'll check suggested suppliers. If the supplier name looks right, I can keep it. If it doesn't match, I can choose another suggestion or enter a custom supplier name, and it will apply to all ingredients in this invoice at once. Next, I'll look at the invoice row groups. Ready to Save shows rows that already have the details needed to save, but they are still editable. After that, it needs review. These rows need a closer look before they can be saved. I'll compare each row with the source line or the invoice reference, fix anything missing or incorrect, and then mark the row ready to save once it looks correct. This keeps the workflow controlled. The invoice helps fill things in faster, but I still decide what gets saved into my ingredient library. As I review, I'm also making sure the ingredient names are the names I actually want to use later in recipes, batches, and costing. The cleaner this library is now, the easier it will be to cost recipes accurately later. I also want to avoid creating multiple names for the same ingredient. If I already use whole milk, I don't want another row saved as milk whole gallon unless I truly want it separate. Keeping names consistent helps recipes, batches, and cost updates stay easier to manage later. These last rows usually need a little more attention. In this example, I can see rows with missing or incorrect details, like a quantity, unit, or total paid. The row is highlighted because it is not ready to save yet. I'll use the source line underneath the row and the invoice reference above to figure out what the invoice actually says. If a row is a duplicate, I'll check whether there's a real cost change. If there's no real change, or if the row is just repeating an ingredient I already have, I don't need to save it again. I can remove it from the review, so it stays out of the final save. Once needs review is cleared, I'll return to Ready to Save for one final check before saving the invoice changes. Before saving, it's worth doing one final pass through the Ready to Save rows. This is the last chance to confirm the ingredient names, categories, quantities, units, totals, and supplier before they are added to the library. Once everything looks correct, Save Ingredients opens a final confirmation. This shows how many new ingredients and cost updates will be saved, while anything still in needs review, excluded, or removed stays out. After reviewing the confirmation, click Save Changes. Once the invoice review is complete, the page returns to the upload flow. From there, select Back to Ingredients to see the ingredients that were added or updated from the invoice. And that's the full invoice upload workflow. It helps you add ingredients faster from supplier invoices while still keeping control over the final ingredient names, categories, units, and costs saved in your library. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you understand the new invoice upload feature and how it can make adding ingredients to your library faster and easier.